What would your first step be if you were starting your business all over again? A friend of mine asked me this question this week, but instead of only answer her DM, I decided to do something different. Welcome to my new YouTube channel! And a big welcome from my couch. I wanted this space to be just like inviting you in, inviting you for a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, sitting right here on my couch. I know how lonely this industry can be, especially because we work by ourselves. We don't have people to bounce ideas off of. We don't have other employees or colleagues to talk to most of the time. So I want this space to be our space, a laid back space, but with lots of intention, filled with tips, resources, and all the things in between business, marketing, mindset, parenthood, life in general, trips, because your girl loves traveling. So, welcome to the channel. But let's go back to the beginning. My friend asked me, what would you do differently if you were starting over, starting your business again? And my answer will always be start honing in into your ideal client. I know. You're probably like, oh, I don't want to talk about this again. I don't want to talk about my avatar works in marketing. She makes $80,000, $100,000, $200,000 a month. Hang in there. I have something different and I have something new to you. So if you no longer want to hear, you are too expensive for me, you're out of budget, you must start working on your ideal client. A few years ago, I decided to create something different when it comes to ideal client. I do not like to call my ideal client avatar. When you say ideal client avatar, the first thing that comes to mind are those blue guys from the movie Avatar. Maybe I'm aging myself here, but that's what comes to mind. And to be concise in your messaging, you must target your ideal client. You must speak their language. And you cannot speak their language when you're imagining them to be this blue little creature from a movie. You must personalize your ideal client. Make your ideal client a person. It could be a person that you worked in the past, that you loved, that you want to work with again. Only thing that I want you to keep in mind is that you must make your ideal client a person. So I created this file, a file that I worked on every single year to redefine my ideal client. As you raise your prices, your ideal client will change. So you need to redefine this file. If you are interested in knowing the step by step and use the exact file that I use in my business and I've been using forever, that is tested and proof, you can download a free copy complimentary to you as a thank you for being here on my first video. So you can download by clicking the link below. So number one, how to make your ideal client a person. Simple, name her. My ideal client's name is Annabelle. And the reason why I chose the name Annabelle is because Annabelle means graceful. And those are the type of people that I want to attract. Those are the type of clients that I want to work with. Graceful people that values family, that loves heirloom, they are thinking about the next generation. So those are the type of clients that I want to work with. Number two, instead of giving her all this stats of where she works, how much she makes, she works for A, B, and C, forget all about that. Give her a backstory. Instead of saying, Annabelle works in marketing and she makes $150,000 per year. That doesn't matter to me. As long as she can afford my services, I don't care how much she makes. But here's what I care. I care that she cares about photography. I care that she lives in Philadelphia because that's my market. So I create a file creating a story about Annabelle. Annabelle works for a corporation. She lives in the city and she loves spending time with her family. Annabelle is very family oriented. She loves spending time with her friends, but she's always coming back home. And why is this important? Because when you're creating your marketing pieces, you do not need to know how much a client makes, but you need to know two important things: her pain points, her needs, and her desires. This is how we turn ideal client file into clients. You need to solve your client's pain point. You must tell them that you have what it takes to solve their problems, their pain point, and you have everything to give them what they need and what they desire. And how you're going to communicate this if you don't know her pain points and her desires? You must hone in this backstory. Again, you don't need to know how much she makes. You need to know how you solve her problems. So when you're writing the copy for a website, it's easy. Just grab this file, read it again and again. What are her pain points? What are the solutions that she needs? Oh, she lives in the city, therefore I must include images that resonate with her, speaking her language. She loves traveling, so therefore I am going to use on my social media my posts from my own trips. She's family oriented, therefore there is a space for my 7-year-old on my Instagram. I'm connecting with my ideal client based on her backstory, based on her pain, and based on her needs. Having this file ready to go make my life way easier when I am creating posts for social media, when I'm creating these videos. Like you part of my backstory, you are part of my target audience. So I needed to spend time creating a file for my students, for my audience here on YouTube as well. Because again, those who speak to the masses speaks to no one. So the number one thing I would do if I was starting again would be hone in my message. Not worry much about numbers or how much my ideal client makes. Those stats that a lot of people out there say it is extremely important to you. You need to know what she likes so you can connect with her on a personal level. Her pain points, so you can create content that solves her problems and her pain points before she's even your client. Because when she sees the answer to all her problems, she's going to immediately feel connected to you. And this is how you're gonna get those inquiries. This file is literally a liquid gold. This is one thing that I do not overlook. Every single time I post on Instagram, in the back of my head, I'm thinking, will this content resonate with Annabelle? Will this copy resonate with Annabelle? Is this image resonating with Annabelle? That goes also to curate your portfolio, which as photographers, you cannot ignore. This is how you sell your services. We must curate our portfolio to a point that our images are going to speak for themselves. And how you do that? By using your ideal client file. Spend time this week honing in the story of your ideal client. Dive in deep. Do not skip this exercise. This is the number one. And this is not only something that I would do differently if I was starting over. This is an exercise that I go through every single year. And as a bonus tip, every time you raise your prices, you are redefining your ideal client. You are trying to reach somebody else. So work again on this file when you raise your prices. I really hope that this helps you and help you to start attracting your ideal clients so you can raise your prices, working with clients that make your heart jump for joy. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe, because I'm new here. This new face needs to understand what you want, what you like, what you want to see more of. So leave a comment below. I am here for you, and let's start these conversations here from my couch or anywhere in the world, but together, not alone anymore. I'll see you next time. Bye.